Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to episode number 17 of the Washington Commanders franchise here on Madden NFL 24. 2 5-8 teams will be going at it here today as the Washington Commanders are at the Los Angeles Rams. Two teams that are very much looking on the outside of the playoff picture, but that's not saying they could play for a win here today. We'll have to see who gets that sixth win of the season, as the Commanders did win a week ago, looking to build on that momentum, but it will not be easy here in Los Angeles as the ball is on the tee. And I hope you're excited for this one. If you are, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content, as we're underway here in week number 15 as the Rams will do it. And that'll bring out Matthew Stafford, the 2009 number 1 overall pick out of Georgia, leads the way. It hasn't been the best season for Stafford. 2,600 yards, 17 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. You can definitely see the decline in his play, but he's still a dangerous threat at quarterback. They'll start off with Cooper Kupp in the backfield. On the very first play, Stafford's going to be sacked. Chase Young gets the sack. We'd like to see that more often, as Young is still yet to sign an extension past this season, so he will be a free agent after the season ends. Next play, Stafford cannot connect with his receiver. Forbes was in coverage. And just like that, it's 3rd and 23 for the Rams on their first drive. Stafford's facing some more pressure from Young, and he'll actually just dump this one to the sidelines. So the Rams go 3 and out. That'll bring up Jacoby Brissett in this Commanders offense. Brissett's had a very much up and down season. He's showed flashes of being really, really good, but he's also had some really, really bad weeks. 3,100 yards, 14 touchdowns, 15 interceptions on his season. Here the Commanders will start off at the 47 of LA in plus territory already. Here's the breakout man of the season, Antonio Gibson with the first run. Stretch give right side. He has been a superstar for this offense, to say the least. Brissett, first play from a pass will be an incompletion, as there was a lot of pressure. Obviously, Aaron Donald leads the defensive line. It's going to be hard to stop that unit, as the next play will be a false start. So not the start that the Commanders offense wanted. As it's now 2nd and 15, trying to toss it outside for Gibson again. You can see Washington trying to run it outside the numbers and not take on Donald. But that didn't really work. A gain of 1. Now 3rd and 14. Brissett forced to throw, heavy pressure, and we'll dump this one to the sideline. And I'll give a 58-yard try for a big leg Joey Sly. As the kick is up, and it is good inside SoFi Stadium. Nice dome play here today, and the Commanders have a 3-0 lead. Second drive for LA. Stafford facing some pressure again, and he's going to dump this one off. Big hit, incompletion. But there is a flag down, and Phidarian Mathis got a little bit too eager. Roughing the passer called against him. That's a big penalty, as it will move the Rams across the 50. So new set of downs for Stafford, looking to pass again. Easy throws left side, and that one's going to be complete. Van Jefferson with a 5-yard reception. Now 2nd and 5. Stafford looking right side again. Caught this time. Nice play by Tutu Atwell, and Phidarian Mathis actually hurt on the play, so it hasn't been a good drive for Mathis. Later in the drive, 2nd and 9, Cody Barton has a free rush at the quarterback, and he forces the fumble. Stafford put the ball on the ground, and the Commanders have it. A big blitz pays off, and now Washington on their second drive is going to start with a sack, as Quan Alexander, the former New York Jet, with a big sack. Now 3rd and 18 for Washington. Brissett trying to just throw up across the middle and get some yards back, and McLaurin almost gets to the first down marker, gets 16, and that'll definitely put the Commanders in field goal range. They're not going to go for the field goal, though. It's 4th and 2. You might as well. You're 5 and 8, and it pays off. Brian Robinson Jr. gets the ball, and he will stumble to the 19. There's actually an injured Commander on the play. It was Sadiq Charles. Now 3rd and 7. Later in the drive, and Donald's going to end this one. Absolutely crushes Jacoby Brissett, and this time the Commanders will kick the 3. And they'll take a 6-0 lead going into the second quarter. The Rams are putting together a drive here. They're in the red zone for the first time on the day. 2nd and 4 now to begin the quarter. Quick pass right side for Atwell, and he tries to spin out a defender. It won't work, but it's going to be goal to go from the 6 for the Rams. Next play, quick drop. Stafford fires right side, and there's going to be a caught, but forced out of bounds. Maybe a gain of 3. Goal line package on the next play. They're going to hand it off, try to bounce it outside his Akers, but he won't get very far. Gets maybe back to the line, and now it's 3rd and goal. Rams back to the shotgun. Stafford, heavy pressure, but sits in the pocket and finds his man in the end zone. That's a veteran play. The Commanders brought more blitzers than there were blockers, with Stafford able to find Tutu Atwell, and the Rams get their first lead of the day, 7-6. So let's see if Washington can answer. All they've done is kick field goals today, as that's a 2-yard gain for Gibson. 2nd and 8 now. Brissett across the middle. Nice anticipation throw as he finds Terry McLaurin, who's been the best offensive weapon outside of Antonio Gibson, I would say, this season. Next play, 1st and 10. Give to Gibson, who will run for a gain of 9. And the Commanders are starting to put a drive together. Now with the 34 up the middle, Gibson able to squeeze his way through and find a little bit of an alleyway. And he gets out to the 21. Now 10 minutes to go in the half. Another give. This time Brian Robinson Jr. will check in. Give Gibson a little bit of a break. He gets 4 right side. It's now 2nd and 6. Commanders will take it back to the air, firing for the end zone. And what a touch pass to Terry McLaurin in the back corner. Touchdown, Commanders. Brissett put that one right in the breadbasket. And the Washington Commanders retake the lead now 13-7 off a nice throw by Brissett. So the Rams now will have a drive to try to answer. Here's 3 yards before Rob Havenstein, the right tackle, is actually hurt on the play. So now later in the drive, they're at midfield, 2nd and 10. Stafford fires left for Cup. That's a quick hitter, but he's forced after a gain of 2. Now it's 3rd and 8. Stafford in the gun, takes a snap, 4-man rush. Drifts to his right, keeping his eyes downfield. Going to fire this one deep to the end zone, and it's caught! Touchdown Rams. DeMarcus Robinson gets behind the defense. Cameron Curl led him behind him. That's a big-time play for the Rams. They get the lead right back 14-13. This is explosive second quarter this has been. As how the Commanders with the football. There's an 8-yard crossing pattern to Logan Thomas. Next play, RPO. Jahan Dotson can't hold on through the hit. That's been his weakness this season. Dotson has dropped a good bit of passes so far. 3rd and 2, they're going to go right back to him. That's the trust, though, that Brissett has in his young wideout. Despite the drop, he found him on 3rd down, and he's able to move the chains. So with the new set of downs, Brissett will throw on 1st and 10. Fires right side for Bates. He will hold on through the contact of Chris Barnes. After the 5-yard reception, handoff Gibson, trying to find some space. Doesn't find very much, maybe 2, before Deron Harmon actually makes the tackle. 3rd and 3. Commanders play fake. Wide open man left side, but Brissett missed him. He had Samuel open. Instead, that'll be a 3-point attempt for the Commanders. It's up and it's good. And Washington will again take the lead off of the field goal as they lead 16-14 now at the 2-minute warning. Los Angeles with the football. They're at their own 40 with a 2-minute drill. Trying to set up a screen for Akers. That's not going to work. Now 2nd and 10. Commanders look like they're going to bring pressure, and they will. Stafford will counter with a throw out to the left for Akers, but it's not going to go very far. It's actually going to be a rush. And now it's 3rd and 9. Stafford in the pocket. Fires a deep one right side for Atwell, but this time Fuller is there. He bats that ball down. And that'll be a punt for LA, and the Commanders actually get the ball at the end of the half, so they'll have a chance to maybe double dip here. It's a screen pass. Look at the blocks. 2 big pancake blocks. That is a great play by Leno and Charles to spring Gibson free. They were all that for that play. Next down, Brissett throws left side. There's Thomas again, who stays on his feet, somehow avoids 2 defenders, and he's going to race deep into Rams territory down at the 28. Good balance by the tight end to keep his feet despite the contact and pick up the extra yards. Next play, that one should have been intercepted. A bad throw there by Brissett. He's lucky Quan didn't take that the other way. So the second lifeline, 2nd and 10. Brissett has Donald barreling down on him, and he can't complete the pass. Donald with a big hit on Brissett again, and now it's 3rd and 10. Jacoby quickly rolls out of the pocket, feels the pressure, lobs this one, but he can't connect with his wideouts. Nice tight throw, but it's a tough grab. And again, Washington will kick the 3, and it'll be up and good, and the Commanders have a 19-14 lead. Still 50 seconds, though, for the Rams as they start this drive empty. Stafford's going to look right side. He's going to be picked off. Cody Barton with the interception. That's a huge turnover as the Commanders now have it at the 26 and have a chance to get even more points off of the interception. So we'll see what the Commanders can do with it. Next play, Brissett sacked by Donald. He puts the ball on the ground and is given right back to the Rams. That was spoiled. And let's just get to the half. A wild second quarter of football. But it's the Commanders with a 19-14 lead. Can they hold on? Or will the Rams come back? You'll have to find out in the second half. So we're not in the playoff picture, but there's still a lot of teams that are. If you missed the episode where we take a look at our bye week to see who is in the running, go check that one out. But these are 2 teams that could be in the Super Bowl. The Cowboys and the Bills, the best teams in their respective conferences. It's the Bills leading 24-21 over the Cowboys at half. Prescott and Allen, same numbers it looks like, but Allen is done a little bit better. Down in the desert, the Cardinals playing host to the 49ers. The Cardinals have won 2 straight, but looks like their winning streak might come to an end as the 49ers lead 21-10 at the half. The Niners still fighting for a playoff spot. And then finally, up in the Northwest, battle of the Birds. The Seahawks playing host to the Eagles. Seahawks trying to play spoiler, but it's not going very well as Jalen Hurts has 2 touchdown passes and Swift has 1 on the ground to give the Eagles a 21-7 lead. Well, back to our game here as the Commanders will start off the second half with the football, trying to build upon their lead from the first half. As here's a big-time run to begin, but on the first play for the Rams, Deshaun Hayton, the former Tennessee Titan, is hurt on the play. Next one, the Commanders will go play action, taking a shot downfield, and they can't connect, trying to find Jahan Dotson, but again, that pass broken up. Daron Harmon was there. This is now 2nd and 10, trying to toss out wide for Gibson. He's going to be swarmed as that is going to be a good run defense, but Jahan Dotson is hurt on the play for the Commanders. So now 3rd and 13. Brissett, heavy pressure, and it's Aaron Donald, of course. A 3rd sack of the day for the 4-time NFL Defensive Player of the Year, and he forced the Commanders to punt. Rams, their first possession. Here's great collapse. That is Jartavius Martin, the 2nd-round rookie out of Illinois, with a good play and run defense. Now 2nd and 11. Across the middle, there's Cooper Kupp, who catches it, but he just gets back to the line of scrimmage. So now a 3rd and 11. Empty go the Rams. Stafford in the gun is going to take a deep shot right side, and it's almost caught through the hands of Cam Akers. Curl was there, just got a hand in there, and the Commanders avoid the big play from the Rams. So both teams get nothing on their first drive. Here's the second one for Washington, as that's a little pitch to Terry McLaurin, technically a pass. So after the 7-yard reception, it's going to be Antonio Gibson who powers his way for a first down. Now the Washington's starting to put a little bit of a drive together. 1st and 10, though. Donald has something to say about that, and the Pro Bowl defensive lineman stuffs him for a loss of 1, another TFL to his name. Now 3rd and 11. Brissett empty in the backfield, is trying to let the play develop, but it falls to the ground. Dangerous pass as Quan Alexander will now have to come off the field. So Washington will try a 59-yard field goal now, and this one is no good, just shy, as Rivera tried the long one. And that sets the Rams up with pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at their own 49, as Stafford looks left side. That's going to be caught, but minimal, if any, gain. And Fidarius Mathis is hurt on the play. 2nd and 11. Play fake to Akers. Stafford, deep shot down the left side and wide open, busted coverage. Jartavius Martin, the rookie, with a big rookie mistake. He bit on the play fake, and he left his deep third cover 3 open. And Van Jefferson has an easy score. And a 2-point try is good, and the Rams have retaken the lead 22-19. So Washington has to find some sort of answer, as here's Gibson on 1st and 10. He runs it forward, a pickup of about 5. He's had a pretty solid day today. Next play, they'll trust him again, right side again, just trying to run away from Aaron Donald as he gets 2, and now it's a big 3rd and 3. Brissett will throw for it. Fires left side, is through the hands of De'Ami Brown. Another drop today by Washington, as K'Wan Williams was there, but I think Brown should have came away with that one. So now the Rams with all the momentum and the football. Here's 2nd and 9. A nice connection to Tyler Higbee, who does hold on through contact. And he takes the Rams out to the 39. Next play, Stafford. 1st and 10. That's a bad pass across the middle. That one's well offline. Now 2nd and 10. Back to the ground game in Akers. And he runs forward left side for a gain of 2. LA's running game hasn't been very good today. They've been very one-dimensional. And now it's 3rd and 8. I'm assuming they're going to pass it. They will. As Stafford looks across the middle, and he had his tight end behind the linebackers, but just a little offline. Now the Rams will attempt a 54-yard field goal. Rodrigo Blankenship's kicks almost blocked, but it doesn't matter. He pushes it wide right. Benjamin St. Juste off the edge almost got a hand on that one, but Rodrigo did push it. And we'll go into the final quarter with the Rams a 3-point lead, 22-19. Washington has the football at the 31 of LA. As Brissett off the play fake will dump it off to Gibson out of the backfield. He picks up about 7. Now underneath center, 3 tight ends in the formation. They'll go play fake again. And Brissett again will just dump it off for Gibson, and that'll move the chains. He's out to the 15, and Washington enters the red zone. Now 2 tight ends. They're going to go bootleg here on 1st and 10. They like this, as that's a dump-off pass, but the Rams cover it nicely. That was Ernest Jones there. 2nd and 11, trying to run outside, but Donald's not going to allow him this time. A big loss of 5, and now it's a big 3rd and 16 for the Commanders. Brissett Fires right side for Thomas. He's going to be pushed out of bounds to the 11. And that gives the Commanders another field goal, and we're tied up at 22. Big third down now for LA. They're able to connect. Washington almost gets them off the field, but they convert. But the center, Brian Allen, is hurt on the play. Another third down attempt for LA. Washington again with a chance to get them off the field. Only a 3-man rush. It doesn't get home, and Cooper Kupp's going to find himself wide open deep downfield, as that is a 46-yard connection. If you only rush 3, you got to get home, and Washington was unable to do so. Next play, another shot to Coop, as that is a 5-yard completion. It's now 2nd and 5, right side for Higbee, and he falls down to the 1, and his goal to go again for the Rams. A chance to retake the lead, as Akers on 1st and 10 is going to get there. Touchdown, Cam Akers, his career-high 9th rushing touchdown of the season, and the Rams go back up now 29-22. So Washington has a chance on their next drive trying to answer, but it's 3rd down, and Brissett fires left side and is dropped. Curtis Samuel can't hold on through the contact of Deron Harmon, and that's a punt for the Commanders. But their defense forces a 3rd down for the Rams offense as they face 3rd and 6, and Stafford dumps this one to the sideline. So both defenses get a good drive, but clock has definitely come off as we're inside now 7 minutes to play. On 1st and 10, Brissett fires left side for Dotson, who does connect and get out to the 46 of the Rams. This could be the drive the Washington needs. Next play, Brissett throws right side. That one's batted down. A great defensive play by Blair to get up and swat that one away. 2nd and 10 now. Brissett in the pocket. Fires right side and is dropped again. These receivers are not doing Brissett any help. There's plenty of drops today. As now it's 3rd and 10. Brissett's hit as he throws. Pressure applied by Donald and company. And, well, it's going to be 4th and 10. And Washington's going to try a 63-yard field goal. I don't know why they're doing this. He couldn't hit from 59. He's well short again. Ron Rivera, that's not going to help you keep your job after this season. So the Rams get great field position, but it doesn't matter. Picked off KJ Henry with the interception, and he's going to race this one down to the 27. The 5th-round rookie out of Clemson with his first career INT, and the Commanders have another chance at it. At the 27, there's a 3-yard run. Brian Robinson Jr. is actually now the running back. Gibson's dealing with an injury. He will not return to this game. 2nd and 7, nice pass for Terry McLaurin. He gets down to the 10, but it might be a little bit more. Personal foul, roughing the passer against the Rams. They're going to get Aaron Donald, who got a little too overzealous that time. As now his goal to go from the 5. Brissett, naked bootlegs, going to roll to his right. He's just going to tuck it and keep it and find the end zone. Jacoby Brissett, touchdown. And we're re-tied up at 29 as we head to the 2-minute warning. This one's exciting down the stretch here at SoFi. The Rams with the football here. 3rd and 10 at the 41. It's a big 3rd down, and the ball gets tipped at the line, and it falls incomplete. And Washington is in the driver's seat. They just need to go down there and get points. They start this drive, their own 13-yard line. Brissett is Aaron Donald barreling down at him. That one's incomplete. Now 2nd and 10. Brissett again, going to fire left side. He's intercepted this time. Picked off by Deron Harmon. A bad pass by Brissett when you can't afford it. As now the Rams are set up at the 24. It looks like a little bit of confusion. Brissett thought he was going to cut right instead of go left, and it resulted in the pick. And now the Rams are just going to play the clock, force Washington to call some timeouts. Hopefully they don't get a first down. As it's now 3rd and 5, and LA will just keep it on the ground, not going to try to take any risks. They'll take the 3 points. But now the Washington has under 1:30 and no timeouts to try to answer. 1st and 10. Brissett left side finds Thomas. That'll get them 4. They hurry back to the line. It's now Brissett. He's in the pocket, going to take a deep shot downfield for McLaurin, but it's in double coverage and overthrown. It's a big 3rd and 6. It is 4-down territory, but you don't want to face 4th and long. Brissett trying to let the play develop, and he gets crushed in the pocket, and it's a big 4th down. The game is on the line. In the gun, trips to his left. They're going to go play fake here. And Brissett with pressure right in his face is sacked. Turner brings him down. And that'll be it. The Rams knock off the Commanders by a final score of 32-29. Pass rush was just too much for Washington. And the Rams were able to get the victory. They pick up their 6th win of the season, while it is the Commanders will be falling to 5-9. Just a tough game all around. I think the defense played very good. Brissett did have the massive interception, but we had like 8 drops in this game. That is unacceptable. You can't win and help your quarterback, who already is up and down this season, if you have 8 drops. Donald, of course, was a nightmare on defense. We did force 2 turnovers of our own, but the Rams had the big one. Here are your scores around the league in a week 15, as there's some few games we want to highlight. We'll start off on that Thursday night game. No playoff teams, but the Raiders lost again, and the Raiders, if you remember, were the last undefeated team. They were 8-0. Now they're 8-6. They've lost 6 straight. They have completely plummeted. They're out of the playoff picture. So is the Chargers. They're both still in it, but shows that the Raiders start was definitely a Cinderella story. Second game, AFC South. The Texans go on the road and beat the Titans 31-10. Tennessee was leading the AFC South, but a massive win by the Texans now puts them in the driver's seat of the division. As the number 2 overall pick, C.J. Stroud, could be making the playoffs in his first season under center. Then finally, the Super Bowl preview game, we saw it at half. The Bills, they do end up winning 31-28, a classic. We could see these two teams match up again in February. And if it's anything like this one, I think we're in for a treat. Allen outduels Prescott and gets the dub. Here are your players of the week. We actually get a player of the week. Cody Barton had the 13 tackles, if you remember, the strip sack, and an INT. So Barton put together a player of the week game. Mayfield got it for the Bucks, as well as Tyreek Hill and Adrian Amos in the AFC. Take a look at our playoff picture now that we go into 3 weeks left of the season. The Cowboys and the Bills still on top. But now you can see the Texans are the 4 seed, and the Colts have actually wiggled their way into the 7th slot. And now the Miami Dolphins are back in it. They sit in the 6th seed. Other than that, much of the same in the NFC. Next episode, we are out of the playoff picture, but we're going to travel to the MetLife Stadium to face the 7-7 New York Jets. We are out of the postseason, but that doesn't mean we're going to tank. I still want to win games, and this is a very winnable one in my division. Yes, Rodgers, the multi-time NFL MVP, is the quarterback of the Jets, but I do think that they are dealing with some injury problems, and we can win this one. They're very weak at linebacker, and their secondary outside of Sauce Gardner is a little suspect. I think we can take advantage and potentially knock off New York. Well, thank you guys for watching this. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content, as we're only 3 weeks left of the regular season, and it'll be the off season before you know it. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.